All right, so here's number two, and it talks about thriving and focus. So one of the things that JD has said to me, and it really has stuck, is that, especially for this time, like you cannot hold in your mind two thoughts at the same time. Being like, if you're depressed, you can't show gratitude.
Mhm.
So, but if you're showing gratitude, if you're being grateful, then it kind of lifts your countenance. So if you will, let's talk about like your focus, because obviously in this time, like we can focus on the pandemic, or we can focus on what we're wanting to accomplish. We can't do both of them at the same time. You can't have fear and faith at the same time. So talk just for a minute about focus.
Yeah. I would say with most of what we do, we're pretty focused. I'm sure you can attest to this, Rusty. Like, how many times have you called me or texted me and I didn't get back to you for a day or two? It's not because I'm a bad friend, I swear. There's times, man, where we get in the zone and we don't answer a phone call, we don't email people back. Like we just get on it for a day or two until we're done. So focus sometimes for us can be a detriment to certain things, like maybe relationships. But I know when I get in the zone, I put on my music and I just focus on whatever the task is at hand. And sometimes I don't eat, sometimes I don't, go to bed early. I just do what I got to do until my task is done. So focus can be a little extreme sometimes. I don't know if that just comes with the entrepreneur mindset.
I think it's type A, like just being like I'm a perfectionist and a type A personality. Like I'm a go-getter. Like I want everything done now. And that's kind of helps me with focus. Like even though I am an artist, most artists are like this. I'm actually pretty good at like this. But especially right now in this time, I think we're trying to focus on what we can control.
Yeah.
And what, like, the pandemic is something we cannot control. And some of the things happening with our business and people around us, we can't control that. And what they decide to do with their wedding or things like that. But we can control us and what we're doing during this time and taking care of ourselves. And we're definitely trying to stay active during this time, but we're also focusing on what can we are like really starting to like focus in on what can we do with our business that we haven't been doing because we've been kind of overlooking it because we didn't think it was that important. Now that we have all this time to focus on it, we can and really hone in on it.
Yeah. Like the 80-20 rule, right? Like 20% of, the stuff you do makes up 80% of the results. So I think that's true for most industries and most people. And obviously we've focused on, for us, that 20% for a long time, but this gives us an opportunity to kind of evaluate that other 80% right now because things are slow. So we sat down the other day and I was like, hey, is there any website updates we need to make or any new listings or SEOs or anybody we need to reach out to we haven't talked to in a while? Just, whatever you can do to just keep things going forward. So.